Shiny, sweet, and unmistakably indulgent, Hostess Donettes have earned a place as one of America's most beloved breakfast treats. Every year, hundreds of millions of these powdered, glazed, and frosted mini donuts roll off factory lines, ready to be devoured with morning coffee, stuffed into school lunchboxes, or grabbed as a late-night snack. But how does such a simple-looking product become a nationwide favorite, consistently identical in taste, texture, and appearance? What secrets lie inside the massive bakeries where these bite-sized rings are born? Today we are going to uncover the full story of Hostess Donettes, from humble origins to industrial-scale production. Prepare to step into a world of flour, sugar, and high-speed machinery where precision meets nostalgia. The history of Donettes is closely tied to the rise of Hostess itself, a company founded in the early 20th century. Hostess gained fame for its invention of the Twinkie in 1930, but mini donuts entered the lineup decades later. In the 1970s and 80s, American consumers were seeking more snack-sized, convenient foods to match an increasingly busy lifestyle. Hostess responded with Donettes, an easily packaged, ready-to-eat donut that did not require a bakery visit. Their name cleverly fuses donut with et, suggesting smallness and charm. These little rings quickly became a symbol of indulgence you could enjoy anywhere, anytime. Donettes rode the wave of lunchbox culture, vending machines, and convenience stores, spreading across the United States. By the early 2000s, they were available in a variety of coatings: classic powdered sugar, sticky glazed, or chocolate frosted. Their history shows how industrial baking met cultural demand, turning what was once a Sunday morning treat into an everyday snack. Sourcing the raw materials. At the heart of every donette is a handful of key ingredients: wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil, eggs, milk solids, and leavening agents. Wheat flour, the backbone, is milled from vast fields stretching across the American Midwest, particularly in states like Kansas, Nebraska, and North Dakota. Every year, these states produce tens of millions of bushels of wheat, much of it destined for industrial bakeries. Sugar arrives from beet farms in Michigan and Minnesota, or cane fields in Louisiana and Florida. Vegetable oils, often soybean or palm, are refined in massive processing plants before being shipped in tanker trucks. Eggs are cracked and separated by specialized machinery long before they reach Hostess plants, arriving as liquid egg in sealed containers. Milk solids are produced through dehydration facilities that remove water from fresh milk, leaving a powder with long shelf stability. Each ingredient is transported by rail or truck, ensuring a continuous supply chain to Hostess bakeries. On arrival, they are tested for purity, moisture content, and quality. A single bakery can receive dozens of truckloads of raw ingredients weekly, all stored in towering silos, refrigerated tanks, or sealed warehouses, waiting for their turn to become part of the donette. Inside the factory process. The transformation of raw materials into donettes begins with batching. Computerized systems weigh flour, sugar, eggs, and oil in precise ratios, ensuring every batch is identical. These ingredients travel along stainless steel conveyors into enormous industrial mixers that can churn hundreds of kilograms of batter in minutes. The mixing process whips air into the batter, activating the leavening agents that will make the donuts light and fluffy. Once the batter is ready, it is pumped into depositors, machines that dispense exact amounts into automated frying lines. These machines create perfectly uniform rings of dough that drop directly into hot oil baths. Immense fryers, stretching several meters, cook the donuts at controlled temperatures, giving them a golden exterior while maintaining a tender crumb inside. Donettes travel along moving belts at a steady pace, flipped midway by submerged paddles to ensure even frying. The smell of frying donuts fills the factory floor, a reminder that industrial baking is as much sensory as mechanical. Workers in safety gear monitor gauges, check temperatures, and conduct visual inspections as the production line runs non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. forming, shaping, and coating. Once fried, the donettes must quickly transform into their iconic final forms. First, they pass through cooling tunnels where chilled air brings them to the right temperature for handling. Next comes coating. For powdered sugar donettes, the cooled rings enter tumbling drums where jets of fine confectioner's sugar coat every surface. For glazed versions, the donuts travel under cascading curtains of liquid sugar syrup, which hardens into a glossy sheen as it dries. Chocolate-frosted donettes take a different route, dipping through warm streams of melted cocoa-based coating before emerging with a rich, dark layer. Uniformity is critical. Sensors and vision systems monitor coating thickness, rejecting any that are unevenly finished. A donette must be identical to the one before and after it, regardless of whether the factory is producing 50,000 or 500,000 in a single shift. The layering process also creates the visual identity that consumers recognize instantly. Snowy white, shiny glazed, or deep chocolate brown, each variety delivering its own texture and flavor. Quality control and testing. Hostess factories employ rigorous quality control to ensure donettes meet both safety standards and consumer expectations. Random samples are pulled off the line for analysis. Texture is measured with machines that press into the donut crumb, gauging softness and resilience. Flavor panels taste samples to ensure sweetness, richness, and aroma remain consistent. Donettes are weighed to verify they meet strict portion sizes. For coatings, laboratories measure sugar particle size, moisture content, and adherence. Microbiological testing checks for contamination, while shelf life trials ensure the product can remain fresh during transport and storage. One memorable demonstration is the drop test. Donettes are packaged, dropped from simulated heights, and checked to ensure they hold shape without breaking apart. These steps guarantee that when a customer opens a bag of donettes, they receive the same fluffy texture, sugary finish, and fresh aroma every time. Packaging and distribution. Once quality checks are complete, donettes move to automated packaging stations. Robot arms load groups of 6 or 8 into plastic trays before sealing them in printed wrappers. Hostess packaging is designed not only for freshness, but also for recognition, with bold logos and bright colors. Larger batches are placed into resealable family-size bags, stacked onto pallets, and shrink-wrapped for stability. Warehouses near the factory store thousands of cases at a time. From there, fleets of refrigerated trucks distribute them nationwide, supplying supermarkets, gas stations, vending machines, and school cafeterias. The logistics network is immense. Millions of donettes travel hundreds of miles daily, ensuring that whether you are in New York, Los Angeles, or a small Midwest town, you can find a bag waiting on a shelf. Economic and industrial significance. The production of donettes reflects more than sweet indulgence. It represents a multi-billion-dollar snack industry. Hostess is one of the largest packaged bakery companies in the United States, with donettes ranking among its top sellers. Analysts estimate that hundreds of millions of dollars in annual sales come from these mini donuts alone. Their convenience aligns with modern lifestyles, where portability and portion size matter as much as flavor. Hostess maintains patents and trademarks on its unique branding and packaging, protecting donettes from imitation. In economic terms, the production supports farmers, truckers, packaging suppliers, and retail employees, creating an ecosystem that extends far beyond the factory walls. Globally, mini donuts have inspired copycat products, but Hostess remains the iconic leader in America, with brand loyalty passed down from parents to children. The industrial significance of donettes lies not only in their scale, but also in their symbolism. Mass-produced comfort food rooted in tradition, but thriving in a modern world. From fields of wheat and sugarcane to high-speed fryers and tumbling drums of powdered sugar, the journey of Hostess Donettes is a story of engineering, tradition, and sweet indulgence. These bite-sized treats embody the marriage of nostalgia and modern convenience, offering a taste that has remained remarkably consistent for decades. Now that you know the hidden journey behind every donut, what is your favorite variety? Powdered, glazed, or frosted? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey inside the factory, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for our next exploration. Because the world is full of everyday products hiding extraordinary stories.